Hey, how you doing? I forgot to say hi.
Good morning, Justin. Hey guys, good morning.
Good morning. How are you
All
today?
right, so I have a few books here. I normally bring mine from home, but so we got The Lion King, Not So Fast, and we have Lizzie's Friends. Which one do you guys want to start with? Lion King? All right. So we have my very first Simba stories, Not So Fast. Simba was going to be king one day. He knew that, but right now his father Mufasa was king of the Pride Land. Simba was just a cub, a very special cub, but still a cub. It would be a long time before he was ready to take command of his kingdom.
Okay. Hi.
His elders were always trying to teach him things so he would be a good king. Mufasa took him for a walk. Look, son, he said, everything that the sun touches will be yours someday. Yes, Dad, Simba said, but he was watching a line of ants marching towards their anthill. Simba, pay attention, Mufasa said. Zazu took him out to the antelope hill to see the sunrise, but Simba did not keep up. He was watching a nightjar singing in a tree. Why do you dawdle so? Zazu said in exasperation. We'll miss the sunrise, but look at that bird, Simba said.
Oh my gosh.
What happened?
What book is that? What is it?
This is Not So Fast,
But
The Lion King. Rafiki took him to the Cave of Wonders to see the amazing pictures on the walls. The pictures had been there since the beginning of time, it was said. But it was well past lunchtime when they got there. The whole way there, Simba was busy trying to pounce on a grasshopper. Rafiki just smiled and shook his head. There's Rafiki and there's Simba trying to get the little grasshopper.
can I see it?
Simba, said his mother, why do you dawdle all the time? You're always looking at some little thing and we never get anywhere. But I like the little things, Mom, said Simba. Let's not go so fast, his mother smiled.
You're supposed to be on the iPad where you're watching show.
See if I can do it like this and you guys can see. One day, Zazu woke Simba up early. Time to get up, Master Simba, said Zazu. We'll be going on a long, long walk today. Why? Simba asked, sleepily rubbing his eyes. Your father has asked me to show you the furthest part of the Pride Land, said Zazu. Let's bring Nala too, said Simba. So there's Zazu waking up Simba. They're gonna go on a long, long walk today.
What?
Wow.
Look at your kingdom, said Zazu. Isn't it grand? Said Simba. Hey Nala, look at that neat purple pebble. Please, Master Simba, Zazu pleaded. We have a long way to go. You can't dawdle so much. Ah, Zazu, said Simba. This mud is so much fun.
What happened?
They're playing in the mud. They're supposed to be going on a walk.
Yeah.
Go away, bee, said Nala, waving her paw. I hate bees. We must respect all creatures, from the buzzing bee to the leaping antelope, said Zazu. Even the hyenas? Asked Simba. I hate hyenas, said Nala with a shudder. They're so scary. They kept on going on and on. Zazu kept talking about the things Simba would rule one day. Said Simba. Hey, look at this stick. It's shaped like a lizard. And look at these, Zazu. Certainly not, harumphed Zazu. We have important business today. No time to look at every little thing. No, said Simba, look at this. I order you. He made his voice as princely as possible. Yes, Master Simba, sighed Zazu. He bent over to see what Simba was looking at. Hyena tracks, yelped Zazu. Good heavens, we've strayed out of the Pride Lands. We must hurry home. Oh, you guys think that they're gonna get caught by the hyenas?
I think so.
I think so.
But it was too late. The hyenas had spotted them. Run, Master Simba, run, Nala, Zazu cried. Run towards home. They all took off going as fast as they could. Behind them, the hyenas followed. There they are running. Back to the Pride Lands. Head for the far side of the hole, squawked Zazu. If they follow us there, they'll have to answer to your father. At last, they were safe in the Pride Lands. At the border, the hyenas stopped in their tracks. Mufasa was much more powerful than they were. Thank goodness you saw those footprints, Master Simba, said Zazu. Shaking, they walked the rest of the way home. I don't know what came over me, Zazu apologized. I was so busy looking at the big things, I forgot to look at the little ones. I guess it was pretty lucky you had me along, right, Zazu? Said Simba. It certainly was, Master Simba, said Zazu. It was lucky indeed. And there's the front of it. I'm gonna do one of these ones.
I like the
We'll do this one. Lizzie's friends.
book.
All right, so did you guys like the Lion King one?
Yeah.
What was the lesson of the story for that one?
The line.
Like
Keep your eyes open, right? Even focus on the little things too.
Thank you for reading the line.
And to stay safe. Were they safe after they got back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's do Lizzie's friends.
What are we doing? Yeah.
Here's the front of it. All right. So Lizzie was the new girl at school. Nobody talked to her. Nobody smiled at her. At the playground, Lizzie stood on the merry-go-round by herself.
She did?
Because Lizzie ate lunch alone, she finished before lunchtime was over. Since she didn't have anything else to do, Lizzie took the lunch menu in front of her and began to fold it. Soon she had made a little paper crane.
This book is
Hello,
so
Lizzie. Hello, Lizzie said to the paper crane. I will call you Menu, and you will be my friend. And to her surprise, Menu opened its eyes and blinked at her. Menu looked to the right and to the left and fluttered up with its paper wings.
What happened?
So she folded up the menu and it came to life and started flying.
Oh.
The rest of the day, Lizzie smiled a secret smile.
Oh.
Did you make any friends in school today? Mommy asked when Lizzie came home. Well, Lizzie said, patting Menu in her pocket. I did make one friend. Good, Mommy said. I'm sure you'll make more tomorrow. And she did. The next day, Lizzie made lots of friends. And there she is, folding them all up. Her little friends around her on the merry-go-round.
This book is amazing.
Her friends went with her everywhere. And there she is with them at the bus stop, riding the bus, in class, in the library.
A library? What is that? We can place that we can go to?
The library is where we get all of our books.
Oh,
And Lizzie was never alone. See, it shows her slipping with her little friends that she made.
check them out.
She got a giraffe. What's the other ones? The kitty cat. some little birds. That looks like a dragon, a dog.
That's what like a dragon means. Let me see.
A dragon.
One day, Lizzie heard a group of kids laughing as they went down the street. They stopped at one house and then another, but they didn't stop at Lizzie's. Lizzie, Mommy called from downstairs. Why don't you go with your friends to the playground? I think they are all headed that way. Lizzie looked at her paper friends. Yes, she said, let's all go to the playground. So now she has a snake, a teddy bear, a giraffe, an elephant,
Elephant.
look, a crab, a crocodile. Lizzie and her friends went down the street and to the playground. We'll ride the merry-go-round first, she told them. Then we can all ride together. So the paper animals crowded onto the merry-go-round and Lizzie began to push it. Round and round Lizzie pushed. She ran so hard and didn't see that her friends were having a difficult time staying on. Swoosh! The paper giraffe flew, then the paper elephant and the rabbit. A strong wind caught them and carried them up into the sky. You can see her paper friend flying away.
Oh
And
yeah.
Lizzie jumped on the merry-go-round, was empty. She looked up and saw her paper friends flying away. No, come back, Lizzie cried, but they couldn't. No more friends, Lizzie said, and she sat down the merry-go-round and covered her face with her hands.
She covered her face.
All her paper friends that she made flew away.
How did she do that?
Look.
Hey, is this yours? A voice said. Lizzie looked up and there was a girl holding a paper crane. That was the very first one, Menu. It's neat, the girl said. Did you make it? Lizzie looked at the girl. She was smiling at her. Lizzie nodded. Can you show me how? The girl asked. I'm Paige. Paige came over to Lizzie's house and Lizzie showed her how to make a paper crane. Then they made a paper fox and a dragonfly. They talked and they laughed. And the next day, Paige pushed Lizzie on the merry-go-round with lots and lots of friends.
What'd she do?
Yeah.
So her first friend helped her make a bunch of new friends, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And she got a postcard. It says, Dear Lizzie, we hope you are doing well. We are having fun traveling the world. We miss you. Love your friends. P.S. Tell Menu hello. And there's her paper friends that she made.
Oh, so cute.
So what was your guys' favorite part of that story?
She made friends.
She made friends at the end, huh?
Yeah.
She was so sad that her first friends flew away, but she made real friends. All right. And I'm going to read one out of here.
Thank you.
All right. This one is called Tubby Turtle.
What?
All right. Can you guys see it like that?
Yeah. We can
Hurry
see
up, Tubby, or you will be late for school again, said Mrs. Turtle. Tubby was trying to get his necktie on straight. Finally, he gave up and started out with one end dragging on the ground. He hadn't gone far when Rabbit jumped ahead of him. Wait for me, Rabbit, Tubby called. Sorry, said Rabbit, but I've got to keep hopping or I won't get to school on time. Hey, Squirrel, wait for me, Tubby called as Squirrel leaped past. Sorry, said Squirrel, but if I wait for you, we will both be late. The teacher was ringing the school bell when Rabbit and Squirrel arrived. Have you seen Tubby? Asked Miss Owl. He's coming as fast as a snail, they told her. He must be halfway here by now. Rabbit and Squirrel didn't know that just as Tubby reached the top of the hill, he stepped on a loose stone. The stone rolled him downhill twice as fast as he could come up. No wonder that Tubby was later than usual for school. The singing lesson was almost over when he came in. Rabbit and Squirrel sang the low notes while Possum and Chipmunk took the high notes. And there he is sliding down the hill after he hit that pebble.
Okay.
Tubby didn't know the words or the music, so he started singing la la la, hoping no one would notice him. He couldn't understand why the class suddenly burst out laughing. Miss Owl rapped sharply on her desk. Come to order, she said as she gave Tubby a black mark for being so late. Now, class, it is time for you to recite your pieces. Who wants to be first? Rabbit hopped up quickly, took a bow, and recited. Roses are red, violets are blue, but I like carrots in my stew. Squirrel came next. With a saucy flick of his tail, he spoke. Some like it hot, some like it cold, but I like acorns 5 days old. Tubby listened while Possum and Chipmunk recited their verses. Then it was Tubby's turn. It took him a long time to remember the words. He spoke slowly. I'm just a clumsy turtle beneath a heavy shell, but I wish with all my heart I could do something well. Everyone can do something worthwhile if they think about it enough, said Miss Owl. You mustn't get discouraged, Tubby. Just then the clock struck 10. That meant recess and time for cookies. Let me get the cookies, said Rabbit, jumping to reach on the top shelf. He put the bag on Miss Owl's desk without spilling a single crumb. It's my turn to open the bag, said Squirrel. His sharp teeth quickly ripped the paper apart. Here are the plates, said Possum to Chipmunk. They gave a shiny grape leaf to each one. Tubby was anxious to help too, but there wasn't a thing he could do. I'm no good to anyone, he thought as he quietly nibbled the edge of his cookie. Rabbit and Squirrel had cleaned up their plates in a hurry. They were already out in the schoolyard chasing each other in circles.
Oh no! What happened to him?
Tubby, as usual, trailed far behind as the others went hoppity-skippity down the hill to the water lily pond. Watch this, Squirrel called back to Tubby. Squirrel took a flying leap. He planned to catch hold of a willow branch above the water. The plan didn't work. He missed the branch and flew headfirst into the pond. His feet got tangled in the lily stems. Rabbit tried to fish him out with a long pole. When Squirrel grabbed the pole, Rabbit lost his balance. There was a big splash as Rabbit disappeared into the water. Tubby got there just in time. Without waiting to take off his necktie, he swam out. To his friends, stop sputtering and thrashing, he called. Put your paws on my back, Rabbit. Now, Squirrel, grab a hold of my tail and kick your hind legs free. In 2 minutes, Tubby helped them safely to shore. We had a narrow escape, Rabbit panted. Where would you be now if Tubby had not come to the rescue? Asked Possum and Chipmunk. Squirrel's teeth chattered with cold as he and Rabbit thanked Tubby again and again. Tubby's eyes were blinking with happiness. He had thought of a new verse to recite. I'm just a clumsy turtle beneath a heavy shell, but I'm glad with all my heart that I can do something well. That's the end of that one. What'd you guys think about that one? You guys like that one? What's the meaning of the story? What was it? Do you guys think that people can always do something even though that they can't, right?
Yeah.
That was nice. They saved the turtle.
The turtle helped them, huh?
Yeah.
Even though turtles are slow, they can still help.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's see. I think that one's missing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think I might have time for one more. So this one's called Grover and the New Kid.
Okay.
Okay. Grover liked school, he liked his room, and he liked his teacher. He liked the children in class. One day, a new boy came to Grover's school. "This is Barry," said the teacher. "Barry is going to be in our class." "It is hard to be the new kid," Grover said to himself. "I will help Barry. I will be his friend." Grover said, "Hi, Barry. My name is Grover." Barry said, "Hi, look what I have." Barry took out a little car out of his pocket. "Oh, what a cute little car. May I play with it?" asked Grover. Barry shook his head. "No," he said. "Oh," said Grover, "I understand." Grover showed Barry the clay cupboard. He shared his crayons with Barry. He helped Barry find the bathroom and even gave Barry one of his cookies at milk time. But Barry never once said thank you. Soon it was story time. Everyone sat in a circle. They listened to the teacher read Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Everyone was very quiet. Everyone but Barry. "Please be quiet and listen," said the teacher, but Barry kept talking. After story time, everyone went to the playground. "Let's go on the slide," said Barry. "Okay," said Grover. Grover got in line behind Sam. The Barry ran to the front and pushed in front of Molly. Barry climbed up the ladder and stood at the top of the slide. "Hey, Grover," he called, "look at me." Molly started up the ladder. Barry did not wait his turn, she said. "That is not nice. Who does he think he is?" Grover said, "He just is new. He is just new. It is hard to be the new kid. Don't be mad at him." Back inside, Grover showed Barry the wooden puzzles. There was a farm puzzle, an airport puzzle, and a circus puzzle. Truman had the farm puzzle. "I want that one," said Barry, and he grabbed it from Truman. At lunch, Grover was the only one who sat with Barry. The others talked about Barry. "Barry doesn't wait his turn," said Molly. "Barry doesn't say please or thank you," said Truman. "Barry reminds me of someone rude," said Sam. "Who?" asked Molly. "Goldilocks," said Sam, and they all laughed and laughed. After lunch, Grover painted a picture with a yellow sun, a red house, and a little blue car. He stood back and looked at his picture. It looked good. Grover was proud of his painting. Then Barry came over. He showed Grover his painting. It was a picture of a fire truck. "That is very nice, Barry," said Grover. "Do you like mine?" "You need a fire truck in your picture," Barry said, and he picked up a brush and painted a big red fire truck next to the little blue car. "I do not want a fire truck in my painting," shouted Grover. "You are not nice to anyone," and Grover walked away from Barry. Barry looked surprised. Grover sat all by himself and looked out the window. He did not want to paint anymore, and he did not want to look at books, and he did not want to do anything. Suddenly, a little toy car ran into Grover's foot. "Do you want to play with my car, Grover?" Barry asked shyly. "I'm sorry about your painting. I forgot how to be nice today." "I know," said Grover. He smiled. "Let's play with your car together." Soon it was time to clean up. Molly washed the paintbrushes, Sam picked up the clay, Truman stacked the puzzles, and Grover put away the blocks. And Barry helped everyone. After school, Grover and Barry walked home together. "I was afraid to come to school today," said Barry. "I know," said Grover. "It's hard being the new kid." At the corner, Grover and Barry waved goodbye. See you tomorrow, said Grover. See you tomorrow, said Barry. I'm glad you are my friend.
Can I say?
And that's the end.
Wow.
Did you guys like that one?
Yeah.
What's that one about? Can you guys, someone tell me what the meaning of that book that I just read is about?
Robert.
Oh, what?
Thank you, Shawntay, for reading class.
Welcome.
Thank you for reading to us.
Anytime.